I'm in the dashboard.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump off.
Ew, bye, cute lady. Ew.
What?
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NES Extravaganza. NES, Nintendo games. I want to play a bunch of them.
Nestravaganza.
Welcome to the Nestravaganza. I am Richard Mitchell. I write for Joystiq.com.
All right, that was fun. Bye, guys.
Bye,
You
Jess.
aim it up.
Hey, who's on here with me, by the way? Just don't be shy. Introduce yourselves. Oh god, everyone left. I'm gonna have to call everyone back. Alright, there's Alexander.
as Jess hangs up on us.
And we all disappear.
All right.
Okay, we're back. And we're back.
And we're back for the NES Extravaganza.
Oh, look at your pretty face.
Hi, everybody.
Your pretty face is on the television.
Extravaganza.
So hi everybody, I'm Richard Mitchell, reviews editor here at Joystiq. If you've been hanging around with us all day as we stream some patriotic goodness in your eye
Richard,
holes.
hold on. Stop. Now take your drink again, but please position it properly for the camera.
It's the whole thing. He's lying, by the way. We have no one pays us to do this.
Are you kidding me? I hit a whole Dunkin' Donuts thing this morning. American runs on Dunkin's, by the way.
God, taste those deliciously sweet chemicals. So good. All right, who do I got on the call with me here? Huh?
This is Alexander Slinsky, news content director here at Joystiq.
This is also oh no! Wait, what? You're not me. I'm you. Okay, no. This is Mike Suzak, contributing editor extraordinaire. Joystiq's best friend.
Joystiq's other Polak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to adjust some settings because stupid OBS doesn't want to save the stuff.
By the way, that was very, very clever of you to make that to shift, because there is no widescreen on these NES games. Because when they were created, there was only SD TVs. So very clever of you shifting everything over like that.
Oh wow, okay. Maybe I can adjust my audio settings on the fly here. That would be nice. Fun fact, there is a small delay that keeps your cameras from syncing up. Okay, that one's still there. Hopefully I'm all synced up now. Someone let me know in the chat if I am or not. And if it's really bad, we'll just restart, okay? And we don't have to tell anyone. But this is NES Extravaganza. We're going to be playing a bunch of games. And before I even get started playing Contra, I'm going to give the vote to the chat room. Which game you want me to play next? We're going to choose between, let's say, WrestleMania and Captain Skyhawk. Those will be our next choices. I got a camera. I'm not showing you these things. We got WrestleMania right there. There's the Hulkster. Like, what is more patriotic than that?
I don't know. Maybe airplanes that are saving the world.
Captain Skyhawk right there. I wish there was like a Suburban Commando video game that we could play. Okay, apparently I'm all synced up. And I've got Contra, and so of course I got to reset so I can put in the code. So hold on.
Hello.
Let's see, up, down, left, right, B, A, start. Did it get it on the first try?
Did you get all those lives?
Nope.
All those lives?
Oh, what do you want, Anthony?
Also joining us is Anthony John Agnello.
Hello. I've returned for patriotism.
Hey, Anthony, you want to get up on your mic? Get up on your mic and
get up on that mic.
Get up on that mic and turn your voice down just a little bit.
You gotta make love to the microphone, Steven Tyler style.
Much better.
You like that? This is a different mic. I'm on a completely different machine than I was on before, because I am no longer near the location of that machine. Richard, you're looking very rugged right now.
Yeah, this is Lazy Beard. He's a terrible pirate. And he's also.
All right, we have 4 votes for Captain Skyhawk, 2 for WrestleMania.
God damn it!
Captain Skyhawk, let's do it.
Monsters.
Yeah, I think great.
I'll play this. I've got like a bunch of games. We need to decide on a time limit. like 10, 15 minutes because I've only got an hour and a half, and I want you all to see as many old NES games.
You got it. You got it. Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna make it 15 minutes with a commercial break.
Yeah.
Okay. So starting, I think most everyone's seen Contra.
Yeah,
at
Captain
this point.
Skyhawk is a
So if
deep
everyone-
cut, man. That is like.
It was one of my bros' favorites.
I love
So-
Captain Skyhawk.
I don't even
See,
remember Captain Skyhawk.
I wish I could be the one playing it because
It was kind of like Star Fox before Star Fox.
You know it's rare, right? Yeah, that's
it really?
like Captain Skyhawk is like the game that Rare made the year before they made Battletoads.
Oh, I thought you meant like rare as in maybe it's
Oh
worth
no,
something.
no. No.
All I know is it's got a big Milton Bradley on the
It was
box.
one of, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's one of the two really weird Milton Bradley published games that were like actually spectacular shooters. So there's Captain Skyhawk, which is actually not a great shooter, but it's a pretty weird, cool game. And then there's Abadox, which is. And do you guys know Abadox? Oh, it's so cool.
I remember
It's
that name.
A like gross out horizontal shooter that like is sort of like Life Force in that you're going through like bodily parts. It's like an alien planet that is alive, but it's like way like
Oh,
grosser.
then I'm
It's
getting
like
confused with a gross Faxanadu.
yeah, no. it's like if Sam Raimi, like Evil Dead era Sam Raimi, remade Life Force. Which now I just really want that to happen.
Richard.
Okay, we've got some retro folks here. I got a question. I always oh god. Can never remember the game, but there was a game where you actually had to fly around in a little ship, land on a space station, go into the space station wearing your little spacesuit, and you could fly around on like a little jetpack, and you had to like destroy the core or something, and then you had to get out before the space station exploded.
That's
and
not
back to your
Solar
ship.
Jetman?
Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Alexander, what game were we talking about?
Oh, I'm
At
looking
PAX.
at the business cards right now. Hold on, give me a second. I can get this.
We were talking.
It's
at
Galaxy.
PAX. Galaxy, that's right.
So by 17-bit, the folks that did
Skulls of the Shogun.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a new game called Galaxy, and it is very, very, very much inspired by Solar Jetman? Solar Jetman.
God, the boss fight, you've probably beaten it at this point, Richard, but the boss fight at the end of that hallway with the computer terminal and that ball at the top going back and the music in there is just spectacular. It is.
See, I always thought of that thing as
Yeah, it does look like a giant eyeball. And then the one, is it later in this one or is it in Super C that sort of like is a similar setup, but it looks like a giant it looks like the droid that's healing Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back. Wow.
There's one later on. Oh, there was invincibility there. Oh, well, there's one later on where you fight. It's the same setup, and there's these guys in like wingsuits that jump down at you or try to shoot you, and then the boss is like a two-headed version of that other one, except they're like Optimus Prime heads.
Yeah, no, there you go. Yeah. I think you
I've
can
died once,
beat
you
this,
guys.
man. You're already like almost
really
through the waterfall. Pretty soon you're going to go to Hangar. Yeah, Alexander.
I have Super C as well, but it's not. It's,
Super C gets a rough rap. I think Super C has its merits. Have you ever played Contra Force though? The third NES Contra, which is now like actually crazy rare. That one is not made by Rare, but is rare. Contra Force was not made by Konami's like internal teams, and like it feels like the Duplo blocks of Contra.
Which is the one that was done by Way Forward? Was that Contra 4?
That's Contra 4. That's a great game.
Contra 4, which is incredible. That is
I
a great
suck
game.
at it. I really suck at it. Sean Valesco from Shovel Knight. That was the first game he worked on for Way Forward.
Really?
Yeah, Contra 4.
Play Shovel Knight, by the way.
Everyone plays Shovel Knight. It's very good.
No! My spread gun!
As our own Danny Cowan just pointed out, Contra Force is bad and slow.
I really liked Way Forward's Contra.
Damn you!
Was it Contra
God,
4?
you Ridley Scott ripoff?
On
Yeah,
DS?
Contra 4. You know what else is a very good Contra game that not many people played? It's Contra Rebirth for Nintendo
yeah.
Wii.
Yeah.
I don't know why Konami stopped doing that when they were like, hey, let's make really cool 2D games again. That's so awesome.
I wonder,
maybe it was
like,
WiiWare?
who in the...
Yeah.
I was gonna say, who watching the stream right now just went, there's a Contra game on the Wii?
I
sure
totally
did.
just did. I'm like, is he sure? I actually started checking.
So there are these... Okay, Konami... Just before Konami completely lost their mind and funded a Castlevania Match
Give me
3
those red
puzzler,
bastards.
there was Gradius Rebirth.
Which made like $1 billion. No.
Oh, no, it didn't. I thought it was a complete failure.
Red bastard! Ah, damn it! God, what a worthless gun.
Yeah, blame the gun.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a gun here. Yes, I'm gonna blame the gun. It's terrible. I don't even have my NES advantage anymore. But I got that, by the way.
Santa got that
for me for Christmas one year. Yeah, I was sitting on the fireplace, you know. It was like that was. Oh man, what a great day! It had the slow motion, which was just hitting start
repeatedly,
lightning speed.
So now, we're gonna switch over soon enough, don't you think, to Captain Skyhawk. Richard, do you happen to have, do you happen to have the black bass at all? I could go for a fishing game.
Yeah. See, Mike, why would you want to play... Why would you want to play Black Bass when you could play Super Black Bass?
Oh my god, I played that so much.
Yes.
Which one is that? Are you talking Super Nintendo one or
Nintendo?
Yes.
The Nintendo
Is
Fish.
it actually called Super Black Bass? I thought it was just Black Bass.
Hold on, because that was another one that was like.
Because when we were talking earlier about the fishing games, I was completely thinking about this one fishing game on the NES that I must have played way too much.
Yeah, I definitely played the Black Bass a whole bunch.
All right, related. Were either of you guys Sega bass fishing guys on Dreamcast?
No, I've always wanted to.
Yeah, that was a good game.
It's so good.
I don't know if I ever owned it, but I certainly played or the arcade version.
It's so. So the best part about Sega bass fishing on Dreamcast is, unlike Black Bass on NES, or Super Black Bass on Super NES.
All right, Anthony, see if this is the thing you were thinking of.
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. This is this boss is what I was thinking of.
You know.
Oh wow, I played so much the Black Bass.
So good.
Yep. Yeah.
Danny Cowan, hell yeah, Dreamcast fishing games.
I remember.
I
think I beat that one too. Like, actually got through all 4 areas and like won the competition.
What's the ending?
Caught the Black Bass.
I did, yeah. I mean, like, I love that game because I think part of it is that there were like these little, like fishing, like you almost got superstitious with like your reeling techniques. Like, I was convinced, I have a certain way that I would go left, right, left a couple times, like, and then I would hold A to reel in a little bit, and I do that on and off.
That phenomenon. It pervades a lot of Nintendo games, like old NES games. Like there was a darts game that I loved, and like there were all sorts of weird characters you could be. Like one of them was like an alien, one of them was like this big strong man, and like they had special moves, like where they threw the dart in a special way. Like the alien would throw it so it like swirled in the air, like woo, and like hit it, and it was like this weird voodoo. You're like, no. If you press the button just like this and then you do that, it makes that happen. And it's like, I'm sure it didn't. Like, I'm sure it was something much more simple, but it was just like, if you press all the buttons at once and then you do this, that will happen. And it was just a bunch of kids who convinced themselves that it was true.
Richard, have you blown on a cartridge for us yet? Has that happened?
Not yet. You can't just do that stuff right up front, Anthony. You gotta save that. You gotta make people work for it. It's like you don't start with the finale.
Got a little over anxious.
And we should point out. I mean, I've already shown you the cartridges, but this is like actual Nintendo, like running on a Nintendo. Like this is not an emulator. And I point that out because that means there's a very real chance that at any point in time it may just decide not to function anymore. I lost my first NES to our dog Hercules. He was a Maltese, and he peed on it.
Oh, brutal.
He peed on my NES. He peed on a lot of things that I loved, and I don't know if that's because, like, I don't know if that's because we were friends, and, like, he was my best friend, or if he just had a deep hatred for me that I wasn't unaware of.
Oh, that's amazing.
But, oh, you can't shoot me because I'm on the edge of the screen. I have rendered you impotent!
By the way, Lethal Migraine was just mentioning in the chat, and we were backing that up, that there were all these great new Dreamcast games. We actually reviewed one back in January, which was Redux, the sequel to Redux, which now I can't remember its subtitle. It's very good. A lot of people hate it, but I think it's excellent.
Yeah, I'll drop the link to the review.
There's an RPG as well?
There is an RPG coming out for it's the same one that's coming out for everything. It's Pure Solar. Pure Solar, and that is the version.
HD, yep.
Go ahead.
No, and then Neo XYX. I was going to mention. Also, there's some other ones that in the last few years.
Mike, have you played Neo XYX?
No, I haven't, and I have a Dreamcast. I want to grab a copy of that because I have one of those Dreamcasts that you could, that like, that was one of the biggest issues with it, is that if obviously, like with copies of games, it's illegal. You could burn a copy of a game.
Right.
But I know that there are some developers that of like new Dreamcast games that allow you to like pay them for the images and stuff to burn a copy. I've never done that. But it is something I wanted to explore a while there because I any excuse to play my Dreamcast I think is a good one.
Oh my god, you guys.
So, Mike, I don't know if you've ever played this, but the very last Dreamcast game that Sega officially sold, and you couldn't get it in a store, you had to get it from Sega's website, like whatever it was called, SegaNet in Japan or something, is an amazing shooter called Under Defeat. And
I'm going to interrupt you, Anthony, just because Alexander's asking the room, and I figure I will as well. Keep playing Contra or Switch?
Oh, he's so close to finishing.
Yeah, I got like 2 levels. It matters not to me. I've played this a billion times.
Go the distance, man.
Danny wants to see you die horribly in this stage. No pressure.
I didn't realize until they released the arcade version of Contra on like Xbox Live Arcade and stuff that it was actually different from the home version. Like there are sorry. There are a lot more levels in the home version than there are on the arcade. The arcade version is super short.
Well, they say keep playing, so
they say keep playing. Okay, people like their Contra.
I think we want to see this.
Did any of you guys get into the PlayStation 2 Contras? Shattered Soldier and Neo Contra?
Oh, my beat!
I can't say I have.
So now here's my question about Contra. Did you play this mostly solo, or did you go over friends' houses and play, you know, double deuce Contra?
I had an older brother.
My brother.
See, you people with your siblings. See, I had to make friends with people I didn't like very much so that I could like play Contra with someone.
Oh, well, I think all of us have some experience to that level. Like, you know, I had a person who I was friends with because he owned a trampoline. So, like, and that was a good time. Oh, F you.
See, most of my grammar school friends were because they had Nintendos, so I just had to be friends with them to play Nintendo because I only had a Sega Master System.
I hate this robot! No!
Alexander, how do you think being the Sega Master System kid affected your, like, video game loves?
Well, I can tell you how it affected my personality. Have you met me?
It's the exact.
You're blaming that on not having
Yes.
a Nintendo?
It is
That-
Alex Kidd's fault.
Seriously,
Alex Kidd.
it's that and not having a Mr. Potato Head. Those are the two things that I go back to and go, you know what? If I had either of those things, I wouldn't have become the person I am today.
Right. And ironically, you are now bald. God, I'm just... You know what happens? It's like I'm so happy to have a new gun that I just forget what I'm doing and then I die.
That is the single most American thing that anybody has said during any of these streams.
I'm just so happy to grasp my new gun and stick my tongue down the barrel, then I forget what I'm doing.
Oh man, Alexander, what was the first game you owned for that Sega Master System?
Alex Kidd in Miracle World, which
Yeah.
had the terrible rock paper scissors thing going with it, which you could never solve because remember, there's no internet back then, so there was no way of knowing what the sequence of it would be. So you could never get very far in Alex Kidd in Miracle World. But there was also Alex Kidd in the Lost Stars, which was really, really enjoyable. I liked that one a lot. And then I had played a lot of Hang On, which
Hang On
like,
is so good.
Yeah.
Is that the one that... Did that one do the 3D thing?
With the 3D glasses,
Oh.
like the actual 3D glasses.
Right. So I did have that eventually,
Oh.
the 3D glasses, with
Well,
the
come on!
military game. Now I have to look up what were the games for the 3D glasses because I had all of them. Because by that point, Sega, like the Sega Master System, was like going out of business or something. So like the games were like $5 or $10.
Right.
Okay.
What about Space Harriers? Space Harriers.
Oh yeah, it's Space
Yeah.
Harrier.
Get ready!
You're doing great.
I'm not. I'm doing
Alexander,
terribly.
did you have the really, really awesome Ghosts and Goblins port for the Sega Master System? I didn't really find out about Sega Master System games until I was like in my mid-20s, and they're kind of fascinating.
Yeah, like a friend of mine had one, but I had Nintendo for years, and I didn't know Sega had a system other than the Genesis. And I was like, what's wrong with this? Like these games don't look as good as my brother's games. Like I just thought it was like a weird, not as good Genesis.
Well, here's the best part. So because I was the only kid that had a Sega Master System, those kids that I was friends with, so I could play their Nintendo games, I would negotiate with them to let them borrow my Sega Master System for an extended period of time, so that I could borrow their Nintendos.
I used to do that. It was like wife swap or something, except it was like you can borrow my Saturn for a week, and I get the PlayStation, so I can play this Silent Hill game I keep hearing about.
Like wife swap.
I played through the first Silent Hill by myself.
Oh man, yeah,
It was scary.
like that first Silent Hill game. I lived out in the middle of nowhere, like in upstate New York. Like when you would look outside, it would be nothing but black and stars. And playing Silent Hill by myself in the summer of 1999 in that house, like nobody around. That was deeply, deeply disturbing game.
Oh god, these critters.
Oh, are you getting face huggered?
Hey, there's our phallic imagery, if you wanted some more. Unapologetic aliens ripoff Contra. And if you've ever seen Super Contra in the arcade, that one is straight up
It's just aliens?
I mean, it's just straight up. Like, and that's one of the reasons that the Nintendo version kind of disappoints me, because the arcade version, at least when I was a kid, it was like amazing. It was like games at home will never look this good.
Is this a bad time for me to say time for a commercial break?
Time for a commercial break.
Oh no,
Alright.
that's perfect. That's perfect because it'll
Perfect time.
roll right into the final boss.
I'm just gonna shoot all these scary pink mouths.
Hey Alexander, while there aren't as many people to hear how terrible this is, why does the end of Contra give love a bad name?
I don't know.
Because you have to shoot it in the heart.
That's so dumb and
So dad joke.
it's so dumb and bad and stupid, and I'm so ashamed of you. I'm like
Nice
ashamed
try.
for you.
Nice try, face hugger. That's just different enough not to be infringing.
Yeah. There you go. I just thought of that right now. That's for all
I
y'all.
forgot how shameless of a ripoff of Aliens this last
It
stick
really is, man. Like, it's straight up. Oh, hi. Yeah, it is a face hugger.
like just shameless.
I think Ludwig just fired for saying that.
Eat it, heart. Oh no.
Here we go.
Got it. Contra, I win! Hope you enjoyed that, Contra. You had it coming, alien. You didn't stand a chance. You go talk trash about me outside the ring. I'm gonna bring the pain. Is there a ring?
There's probably a ring. There's a ring somewhere.
There we go.
Oh, Red Falcon. I totally forgot that's what it's called.
Faux Ben is bringing back great E3 jokes like face toucher.
Oh my god, face touching. There's so much face touching in Contra.
I can't.
Basically-
I just can't believe you just beat Contra. I hate you so much, Richard.
I had 30 lives. It's not that hard.
Yeah, have you ever done this? Was like a game that my friends and I played in high school, which was see who can beat the first level of Contra with their eyes closed. It's not that
Nice.
hard. it's pretty simple.
So coolest thing we ever did was I had this huge reclining chair that was like on these swivel wheels. And we would play F-Zero, and someone would stand behind the chair for whoever was playing F-Zero, and you would move the chair with however they were, like, you know, so like, you know, when you went over the shocky side things, it'd just be like shaking the chair sort of like, you know, not so violently, but then like when you'd crash into things, like you just knock the chair right over and like they go flying across the room. It's great.
Okay, Captain Skyhawk coming up.
Yeah,
You know
Captain
what?
Skyhawk.
This is an unusual question for the chat and for you guys. Do you think that it would be entertaining if we streamed Mario Paint? Is Mario
know.
Paint an entertaining collaborative stream?
I think so. I think we asked the chat how to paint Yoshi, a picture of Yoshi.
Oh my god, like Twitch
Right,
plays
Twitch
Mario.
plays Mario Paint.
and we do the Fly Swatter game, obviously.
Naturally.
And then we create music
Captain
together as well.
Yeah, we write a song to go with an animation.
Destroy enemy
Yeah,
base.
we have to do Mario Paint. We have to. We just.
Well,
I think I just used up several of my missiles.
Oh, jeez. You need my help for this one.
Milton Bradley
Oh, God.
presents.
I am a Captain Skyhawk, like, master.
the final boss is profoundly disturbing. Like a giant satellite of eyeballs.
Oh, I do remember this game.
Yeah, dude.
I love this one so much.
I told you it's like Star Fox before Star Fox.
Yeah, in a sense, I can see that, yeah.
They got kind of the same, you know, the geometric look with everything.
And what I
Go,
like
go,
is
go,
you
go,
have
go,
to
go,
change
go,
your
go.
elevation, too. I mean, you can't, like you did before, you can't just fly into a pyramid, you know?
Hey, Richard, you actually have to pause and change your little lower third because
Oh, you're right.
you're
I
no
do.
longer. I'm gonna
Correct.
change the top thing, by the way.
Jordan Mallory has said
playing.
excellently that most people don't know that Captain Skyhawk is set in the Marble Madness universe.
I've got Marble Madness too, if anyone wants to see that. Okay, so let's give you another option. Bayou Billy next, or Batman, the video
Bayou
game.
Billy.
Bayou Billy.
Bayou Billy. This one's us.
I mean-
All right,
I mean,
I'm
the
putting it to
Twitch
the room.
stream.
I'm putting it
No,
to the
no,
room.
let the Twitch stream decide. Yeah. But it's Bayou Billy.
Bayou
That's-
Billy.
So again,
That's not patent
again.
infringement. This is intellectual property infringement.
ah, damn it.
Now, I always wondered, was Bayou Billy supposed to be a Crocodile Dundee game, like licensed game? But
No.
No,
just a brazen ripoff because it like in the canon, like annual, and it's like he's in Louisiana, and it doesn't matter that he's also trying to stop a drug cartel like in Crocodile Dundee too.
Well, I mean, he's a swamp.
He's a swamp person, but he's not.
Right. Which I mean, just by definition, you'd have to be Alligator Dundee, if anything.
I don't think anybody would buy that game. Alligator Dundee.
Balls! I died. Sorry. And these balls killed me, that's why I was saying.
Richard, that almost sounded like Captain Skyhawk became Jimmy Stewart.
So no, for real, is this built on the Marble Madness engine?
No, because this is made by Rareware when they were still Rareware.
The people that make the Xbox Mii's?
Yes.
No!
The people that made the Xbox Mii's and Killer Instinct.
Ah. God, you all let me know when you're ready for me to not be playing this
It's
anymore.
such a good game. I'm sorry you suck at it.
Mr. Contra guy's not so good at video games now.
Nobody's gonna doubt your skills. They just saw you beat Contra.
I don't know. This game has just never done it for me.
The chat has pretty much universally voted for Bayou Billy, although El Duke has recommended Dino Riki, which is an inspired choice.
One I do not have, sadly.
I think
Dino Riki is terrible.
that that reminds. I think sometime we need to stream a Contra game, or not a Contra. No, a Turok game.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We need to do that.
Do you want to do 2? 2 is the most absurd.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think we gotta do that.
I better get my N64's RAM expansion pack in place. Actually,
You're gonna have to if you want to play Perfect Dark.
But
with the Game Boy camera?
Mike, you'll be very proud of this. So sitting in my office right now is my N64.
Okay.
And in it is NFL Blitz. Not NFL Blitz Gold, not NFL Blitz 2000.
NFL Blitz proper.
Just NFL Blitz. And here's the big thing. It's only been in there for about 6 months because that's when I finally bought it.
Nice. Very proud.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that felt good, guys.
Oh, Jordan Mallory, wasn't Turok 2 the first console game with bump mapping or something? It very well might be. I am not sure. Yeah. I do remember that, like...
I remember people loving Turok and its graphics and everything when it was new, I mean...
Oh, I'm getting a phone call, guys.
Professional.
Hey, I got a car in the shop. I'm gonna keep playing. Keep playing. I just can't keep talking.
Professional. See, this is the part that always reminded me of Afterburner, which I did have for the Sega Master System.
All right. By the way, if you guys haven't tried it, and people in the chat, if you haven't tried it, Afterburner Climax, besides having a suggestive name, is one of the best things that you can download on the PlayStation Network for your PlayStation 3. It is awesome. Oh my god, it is so cool. I don't know if it's as cool as the Master System version of Afterburner, though. Alexander, can you attest to that?
I don't know anything about Climax. Is that... I mean, I keep trying and... Wait, what? I'm sorry. I got lost on this conversation.
Uh-oh, Alexander stopped being polite and started getting real.
Okay, by the way, for those of you in the chat, here's a secret special thing. Later this fall, we're going to have real-world joystick in The Sims 4.
Yeah.
Every week, we're going to check in with our Sims and see how they've been. What's going on? What's crazy thing is happening in the house? I'm telling you.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to get crazy.
It's gonna get a little crazy. Oh my god, the docking thing.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what that was.
I remember this. Oh, you got to time it. Got to time it just right.
Yeah, I already did that. You just didn't. You just.
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
see it in a second.
Good work.
I'm really good at
I'm so
games.
good. I'm so good. I hate this game. I can't play it very well.
See, I had like I beat that mission when I was talking on the phone. My car's fine.
All right.
everyone.
Are we gonna do a switcheroo?
Yeah, Bayou Billy.
Yeah. Because we spent
Oh,
a
is
lot
it
of
time?
time on Contra, and you have a lot of games to get in, so the time could go quick.
Okay.
Susan, you gotta go to commercial break?
Huh?
Do we have to go to commercial break?
It was
Well, we
10
have some
minutes
time.
ago. We got time.
All right. Boop. Popping in Bayou Billy. Bayou. Welcome. Come on down to the Bayou. Oh, everyone, here's. Where's OBS? There it is. Okay. Hey, look. There's Bayou Billy.
Richard, can you do that version of Southern Dandy? That's not really like your area of Southern expertise, Louisiana.
Oh, I have many areas of expertise, Anthony, my friend. Let's see. So we're moving to Bayou Billy, and before we even fire that sucker up, let's get our vote in for the next game. Let's see. We'll say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, or Bionic Commando.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
I gotta go with Bionic Commando.
Teenage
Bionic
Mutant Ninja
Commando.
Turtles 2.
Bionic Commando.
Let's go to the chat.
Let's go to the Twitch line and see what people want to say, huh? I don't. Oh wait, they haven't
No.
even heard me say
No,
it
they
yet.
haven't yet.
Because they're
There's one. Oh. They got 3 for Commando. Well, you guys... Okay, it looks like Bionic Commando.
Told you. I know these things.
Come
No,
on, Bionic
don't
Commando
worry,
is
next
available on Xbox 360. You can play it anytime. Oh wait,
Yeah.
you can also play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 anytime.
You can't play the NES version of Bionic Commando anytime. That is not
That's
a
true.
game that is widely available via virtual console services.
Is there just no sound in this game, or did I turn it off? Billy, I'm taking Anna Bill away.
If you
This stage. Oh wait, is this also a light
Yeah.
gun game? Did I forget
no,
that?
but like you won't have to worry about it for a while. You will not get that far.
Although, also another fun fact about this game, it's terrible. It's not a good game, guys. It is garbage. It is the worst beat 'em up of all time. You know how you jump by pressing both buttons at once, and you just do this stupid jump kick? It's terrible. And although this is not one of you probably know the names of these games, Anthony, or Danny if he's in the chat. It's like a series of NES beat 'em ups that all use the same guys with these pompadour haircuts.
Yeah, the Kunio-kun, whatever you want to call it. It's River City Ransom and Renegade
Right, yeah.
and Super Dodgeball.
This is not one of those games, but these bad guys clearly have pompadours. They're also probably mullets because they're swamp people from the south.
Actually,
I had a mullet when I was a child, by the way,
Renegade
so I can say
Renegade
that.
is easily one of the worst games I've ever played. Ever.
That was one of those ones. It's like one of the first, I think, 3D virtual console games on the 3DS, and it was just like, why are you putting this game out? Like, you have so many great games, Nintendo. What are you doing?
Richard, did you have a rat tail?
Sort of. When I was really young, yeah.
Ugh.
I don't. Can I swim?
Was that swamp chicken? Did you just eat swamp
I
chicken?
think that was Swamp Chicken, yeah.
Well, I think swamp chicken is actually alligator, so no.
All right, question for the chat.
I got a big old rock. I'm gonna throw it at you,
Question
boy.
for the chat. Would you rather eat swamp chicken or wall meat from Castlevania?
Ooh.
And which do you think is better for you?
Well, swamp chicken would be less dry.
That's true. Well, we don't know. We don't know how long the wall meat has been there.
I mean, is the wall? I always thought of wall meat as like a jerky. Like it has like a jerky consistency to it.
You know, as not great as this game is, like the fact that this weapon I picked up doesn't seem to give me any extra power whatsoever. Konami games on the Nintendo generally had really nice soundtracks.
Yeah. I really want to know like how these bad guys sort of like prepared for this moment. Like, everybody put on your blue sweatpants and get out your pink vest. All right, boys. Everybody, now make sure you got the same rock. We don't want different rocks now.
You remember what happened last time? It was embarrassing.
Bayou Billy came right up, so we had different.
Wait,
rocks.
do I have to kill the crocodiles? I do. Oh God! It knocked my chicken out. Or I knocked its chicken. I don't know.
Ugh, Render B brings up Swamp Chicken has a greater risk that there are wriggle things in it. So Walnut. Oh, gross.
That is
that's like my most that's a super fear of mine.
Yeah, dude, wormy things.
Oh no! Stop.
That's just protein.
Okay, well I just punched an alligator to death. Eat your heart out, Lara Croft.
That alligator just wanted you to subscribe to his newsletter. That was it. Have you heard about the benefits of yoga?
I said unsubscribe. No, I don't want to log into your site.
How did I get on this list? Oh, what? A scuba guy? Nobody expects scuba guy.
Scuba guy was waiting in there for Bayou Billy.
He's just waiting for his moment. Oh, God, he'll be here. I know he's coming. I know he's coming. Boss man said he's coming. Oh, I got a gun now. I don't know how to use it. There we go. Bam!
So I like how these, like, it's knee-high water for Bayou Billy, and yet there are these guys in scuba suits that are just, like, diving in and out of the water, like
which means they're just lying down.
just laying
They're
down.
just lying down.
They're just searching for crawfish. They're crawfishermen.
I also like how these knee-deep scuba guys aren't using like trident sort of things or
Yeah, you
can see me just
using guns.
like, kind of.
So basically, they're laying in water with guns that apparently are still functional afterwards. Don't think about it too hard.
Right.
Right.
You'll notice I was just kind of sidling up next to one of the sprites.
Oh, Sobcus brings up Karnov. Do you have Karnov?
Karnov is so good.
Oh God, do I still have Karnov?
I like how there are many different.
That's not very patriotic, everyone. I just want everyone to be aware of that.
I don't think is Karnov explicitly Russian, or is he just like?
Well, I mean, dude's name is Karnov.
I thought he was Zangief after Zangief let himself go, and that was pretty much it.
Zangief is just so depressed.
If only.
Eat many blints. Oh God, I've eaten so many blintzes.
Sakura will no longer return calls.
Does not like my strangely triangular chest hair.
He was the first manscaper.
This stage
by the way.
used the Zappa.
Just so we're clear. He was the first video game manscaper.
Yeah, right?
Man, that was some experimental manscaping. So this is a light gun stage, which I actually cannot play because light guns don't work on modern TVs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, you can't use them.
Nope. You have to use an old tube
Wait, so
TV.
what? I thought a Wii is just a light gun.
No, completely different
No,
thing.
no.
Let's see, where
It's
is
like
that?
I've got the Wii remote is like an infrared camera, and then the sensor bar actually emits.
Oh, this reminds me of Gotcha. Did you ever play Gotcha?
Yeah,
dude. It was like light gun paintball.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much this. Like
Alexander, do you remember in Gotcha and DuckTales, like when you pull the trigger, the screen would flash?
Yes.
So the reason that it's flashing is not just for like an effect. Basically, like what it is doing, the screen is flashing and the frame momentarily disappears, and that is how it senses where you're aiming, and it's why it doesn't work on an HD TV, because.
So I've got my zapper right here. Actually, this is the one that came with this used Nintendo when I bought it. I've got one of the old zappers that's actually gray and not orange.
There's no wire on that thing.
No, a couple years ago, for Halloween I dressed up as Captain N, And so I just took out the circuit board and the cable, and now I just have this cordless zapper. Like, I couldn't use this. There's nothing to plug in, but I just keep it on my shelf. Twang, twang. I love the twangy sound it makes.
Yeah, that twang is good.
So we decided on Bionic Commando. Oh god, Bionic Commando is like just crowding the screen. I didn't even realize that. It's actually off into the screen.
Have you guys ever seen the original Famicom Zapper? Like, it wasn't even called the Zapper. So we got like the gray Zapper and the orange and gray Zapper. So the original thing, this is like one of Gunpei Yokoi's little projects for the NES when it was first starting. Huh. It is just a gun. It is a black gun. And
oh, I think I
can very much tell why when they were bringing this thing to the US, they were like, no.
LX Duke XL says, best childhood toy gun ever. I agree. Also, Subcast says, you broke it, Monster. I have the circuit board and the cord. They're just in a closet.
Also, I really like the Sega Master System gun.
Oh, that is an awesome gun. That, like, oh, it's black and red.
That.
Super
yeah,
cool.
Black and red. It looked like a Zillion gun.
Yeah.
It was good.
What was they finally put one out on the Genesis, and I can't remember what it was called. Like
it was the
something stupid like that Maxinator.
On the Super NES, we had the Super Scope 6, that bazooka stupid thing.
Yeah,
nothing.
That was cool for like the first day you used it. Like my friend had one of those.
Well, there was only one good game for it, or well, then that game and it's
like
the game and its sequel. No, there was like a fighting robots game. I'll have to look it up. Battle Clash? No, that's not right.
Yeah, Battle Clash. No, you're right.
Oh, I'm right?
Yeah, it's Battle Clash.
Oh, good
Battle
for me.
Clash and
all right, everybody, it's voting time. Here we go. This is a good gauge of how much people hate me. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. And then we've got 720 Degrees, which is a skating game. That if I don't know if this will read on the camera. Oh, here I'll tell you what. Bloop. This is from Blockbuster Video. My brother kept this for so long that they just stopped trying to get it back.
Well, they're not trying to get it anymore.
No. So, those are your choices. Ninja Turtles or 720 Degrees. And I'm not a skateboarding game guy.
Cirrus654 has requested Skate or Die. I back that.
Don't have that one.
Mull over your options. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
God, I love this game. I love Bionic Commando.
Oh God, everything about it. And the new one, Rearmed, or the remake. The soundtrack for that is so
man.
excellent.
Simon Viklund. He has done great work. The other great soundtrack that he did was the HD remakes or remasters rather of Final Fight and Magic Sword that you can get on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN. He just rocked those remix soundtracks so hard. They're so good. I wonder what he's doing these days.
Okay.
Yeah, Simon Viklund.
Of course, you know, Grin.
Right.
So.
Man, I really...
Please instruct us. Descend.
I really wish we had gotten to play that weird Final Fantasy XII spin-off that Grin was making.
That's something that just doesn't sound
Oh, have you ever seen the artwork for it? Final Fantasy XII?
Yeah, I did on Joystiq,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's where I saw it. Reasons why Blockbuster went out of business. I'm pretty sure it was
Oh God! It knocked me right into the water! I just started!
Yeah, so far it looks like we only have one vote for 720 and a vote for Ninja Turtles. We need people to cast their votes.
This is freedom! This is democracy! You need to vote! You need to rock the vote.
This is democracy, and you have to vote between two different things. That's what you get.
Hi, have you met our democracy?
You guys could always do what they did on the West Wing to make voting look cool, which was bring in the bare naked ladies. Yeah.
It's been 1 week since you voted for me. Didn't get the office, and I'm sorry.
Pretty much notched up
I'm not even
so
reading this.
far
Why am I
between
doing this?
720 and Ninja Turtles. Looks like we're getting a few more for Ninja Turtles.
What we really need is
Actually, you know what? Here's something for the chat. Think of the deepest cut. Just the deepest NES cut. And we'll see if Richard has the deepest one that gets mentioned. And then we'll work our way back up from there.
Or something related to that deepest cut. Because we're nerds. Like, we might know if...
I'm going to tell you, like, spoiler alert, I probably don't. I've got quite a few games, but I'm not...
Don't put yourself down, Richard. You might have it.
Xenophobia. Oh, Star Wars for the Famicom is a really good one.
No, I don't have no Famicom games.
The Star Wars Famicom game is just bizarre and bad.
I've been to Japan. I could have bought a Famicom, but...
Snipe Hockey says Turtles, so I don't have to think about the new movie. What's wrong with the new movie?
Oh, it looks really bad, dude.
It looks super dumb.
The movie,
the action, every...
When Michelangelo takes off his thingy and he's just like, oh, don't be scared, don't be scared. See, I took off the mask.
Why do they...
a giant turtle.
Why do they all look like computer animated Toxic Avenger? Tell me that. When the costumes in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, look better than your CG, that is a problem.
Well, I mean, the older movies get like a kick in the pants just by virtue of having Corey Feldman.
Yeah. Just by virtue of having the guy from the movie version of Crash, and I don't mean like the movie about like racism and politics. I mean the one by J.G. Ballard. That's a very different sort of Crash.
Hey, swing.
Ooh, Tiny Toon Adventures. Do you have Tiny Toon Adventures?
So good.
I don't.
Good game. Nice one, Jordan Mallory. Yeah, Treasure. That was a great one by Treasure. Do you have anything by Treasure?
Not on the
Adventure
NES.
Island? Do you have Adventure Island?
Gunstar Heroes.
I was just playing Adventure Island 2 a couple of days ago.
Oh,
do you have Adventures in
the good ones, right?
Do you have Adventures in the Magic Kingdom?
Oh, yeah. Weird game.
I'm telling you guys.
Rygar. Hey, did any of you guys play the PlayStation 2 Rygar? It was sort of like Devil May Cry.
No, I heard it was really good,
really
though.
cool and weird.
Did you ever play the PlayStation 2 Ghosts and Goblins? The
Maximo? I always wanted to. See, I didn't have a PS2 when it was, actually current. I had a Dreamcast, and Maximo was one of those games. It's like, God, now I wish I really...
Yeah, our managing editor, Susan Arendt, is a big Maximo booster. And that game, like we have bonded over that game. It is great. The sequel is actually the one to play, Maximo and the Army of Zin.
This is the stupid
Wags! Little Nemo the Dream Master.
That's a good one.
Got that one. I do have that one.
Do that!
Yeah.
Do that next.
Right.
Good for you, Wags. 1981. Wait, Anthony, we got any goodies? Any goodies?
Hold on. Let me dig deep here for a second. Yeah, you know what? I do. And I was saving these for a giveaway.
Actually, you know what? I have a goodie. Hold on.
Oh, you have a goodie? All right, good.
I have a goodie. And it's a goodie before it's even out.
Whoa!
Hey, Wags, you got a PC? You got a PC with the Steam on it? If you
episode of Star Trek?
Remember that episode of Star Trek where Kirk and Spock are fighting?
Kirk and Spock are fighting?
Oh god, I spent so much of college watching him. Oh, what is his name? Jeff Corwin. Way too much of college watching Animal Planet. that was my my dating ritual, because you didn't have money in college and you couldn't go out, so we stayed in and watched Jeff Corwin on Animal Planet.
Huh. Oh, I guess I don't need. Oh, hey! No, descend. I'm not gonna take the energy pills though. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, why would I need them? This is the happy town. I shot! I'm not supposed to shoot!
It's a demilitarized zone, don't do that.
I like that Shovel Knight makes sort of a joke about that. When you go to the first town and it's like, no weapons allowed, and it's like, oh, that's just a shovel.
That's one of like the few winks, like explicit winks in there.
Mm-hmm.
Wags doesn't have a PC, so I can't give him what I
want.
Oh,
yeah, I don't have...
Does Wags have a 3DS? I have a couple cards for $10 at eShop credit.
Yeah. There you go.
Wags, you got a 3DS?
Richard, you keep shooting that guy.
Richard, do you have Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers?
I don't.
Hey, have any of you guys ever played the weird Capcom sequels, like Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers 2 or DuckTales 2? They're like nobody has ever played them. They're like fictional.
Oh god, this thing is hard to get. Yeah, that sort of worked.
How about Hogan's Alley? Oh, we can't
play
it. Dang!
Doesn't work.
Hogan's Alley, deeply disturbing.
Oh, I have a fun story about Hogan's Alley though. When I was a kid, I guess this must have been shortly after we got a Nintendo, and that was one of the games that was really hot back then, and so I asked for it. I guess from my grandmother for Christmas, and Christmas comes, or we're at a Christmas party or whatever, and she gives me this great big box, and I open it up, and there's like a sweater inside.
Oh, was it a fake out?
I was like, and then I pulled out the sweater, and there's Hogan's Alley sitting underneath it.
That is weirdly threatening, cool. Grandma. Like, it's got that mobster on the front.
Good point.
Wags 1981 says, unfortunately, I've not had a Nintendo product since GameCube. That's kind of a high note to go out on.
Okay, let's cut out the middleman. What do you got, Wags? Help us out.
I think at this point you're sending him a copy of this game of Little Nemo or whatever it is.
Oh, the Noid game. Wait, I thought the Noid game wasn't officially
released.
Oh, that was fun. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm thinking.
No, it had to be because I rented
That's
it.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no, the Noid game was definitely released.
Yeah, you know the Noid game is not the Noid game. Like it's one of those weird Japanese games that got like a sprite replacement, and that's just what they brought over.
Did you ever play the 7-Up Othello?
Cool Spot Othello. It's great. Love that.
Wait, Othello? I played Cool Spot on the Genesis, which was actually a really good game.
There were multiple Cool Spot games.
I was from like Virgin Interactive, which had a string of really fun games for a while.
Okay, Wags, I'm sending you through a personal DM. Gods Will Be Watching.
Oh, nice.
So you can enjoy that from your upper on Shovel Knight. You can take the biggest downer in the world.
I thought he just said he didn't have.
No, he just doesn't have. He just doesn't have a Steam account.
Oh.
El Duke, we were talking about Narc a couple of days ago. Do you have Narc, Richard?
No, I don't. Was that?
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. The sound effects alone.
Pretty sure I remember a Genesis version of that, but not. Eat it, knife guy.
Yeah, the NES version of Narc the giant Van Morrison you have to fight at the end looks especially ridiculous. Oh, take the secret way, Richard. There you go.
This guy's gonna kill me because I only have one. I only have one health.
Yeah, you can't. You just don't have the time play the real way, which is just farm bullets in the first level until you have 5 health things.
Yeah.
Why do you have to fight Paul Giamatti at the end of this level?
Well, at this point, he was just a bitter guy who hadn't gotten any acting jobs yet.
He's just waiting for that bit part in the Truman Show. This is it! My big break!
Nah, his big break was Private Parts.
Oh, yeah, that was his big
He's
break.
pig vomit.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a pig, and he makes me want to vomit.
Every now and again, I, like, forget that Private Parts happened and was real and not
Private Parts was a
hallucination.
good movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
No, make me bounce the other way.
For you kids in the chat, Private Parts was about a radio disc jockey named Howard Stern.
For anyone under the age of 52, there's a guy named Howard Stern who sort of looked like... I'm trying to think of, like, a good reference point.
Like a pelican.
Yeah, he looked like a giant pelican wearing a share wig.
Because I'm pretty sure in Tiny Toon Adventures, he was a giant pelican.
Really? There was a Stern character on Tiny Toons?
It was either Tiny Toons or Animaniacs, or maybe it was...
Yeah, yeah. That's
Howard Stork.
Yeah.
Because his sidekick was Robin, who was an actual Robin.
Oh, that's great. Is Stern still on? Does that still happen?
I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm busy with Spotify. I don't know what you're talking about.
How are we doing on time? Is it time?
Yeah. Let's move on to whatever is next.
Okay, first I'm gonna get this free man.
So, guy.
It's amazing how not being able to jump makes simple platforming challenges so difficult.
Oh, Fancy Cat 2008. Stern still is on satellite radio. I was not sure if that was still going.
What is... Wait, satellite radio still happening? Stop it.
What do you think is playing on the rental cars every time we, like, go to Los Angeles?
Oh, I thought it was just Pandora built in at this point.
Los Angeles is the satellite radio of cities.
It is.
Well, Los Angeles is still going on?
Alright, let's get our votes on next game. I'm just putting 720 out of the running. Bionic Commando's done. Between WrestleMania and Batman.
Oh, man. Well, one of those is a really good game, and one of them is not.
See, I had Batman on the Game Boy, which
yeah. That's still good. Those Sunsoft games, man. All right, so you know there was I'm sorry I keep doing like here's this stupid weird trivia thing. But so Sunsoft was gonna follow up Batman, this excellent Batman game with a Superman game. And they were working on it, but it really wasn't coming together. And in the process of trying to get it to come together, they lost the Superman license. And so all of a sudden they couldn't call it Superman anymore, so they ended up calling it Sunman. And it was more or less finished. It was done. It's complete.
Oh, God,
you can go find on the internet copies of Sunman that are complete and play it. And Sunman for the NES was one of the first games ever made by Kenji Eno, the weirdo behind D and a lot of other.
Enemy Zero,
there you go.
And with the game that had no sound or that had no graphics, was all sound.
Real sound. Real sound.
Escapes me.
One of the a game that he explicitly made for the deaf, and only agreed to let Sega publish it if they donated a few thousand Saturns to deaf schools. All right, we've got a lot of. So we've got 2 for Batman, 2. Oh no, we got 3 for Batman. but there's 2 for WrestleMania and then 1 for Wrestling Batman, which is...
Oh, wait. Someone mentioned Finding Nemo,
Little
right?
Nemo,
Or Little
that's
Nemo?
right.
So we got to do that. Oh, Pizza Hut. Actual marketing in a Nintendo game right there. God, this is such a terrible port. Ah! And by the way, Ninja Turtles, like the arcade game, is a game that one of the first games I ever played where I got to play it when I was older, and I realized that it's not really very good. In fact, a lot of these arcade games, these like Konami arcade games, like X-Men and like those games.
Oh
were
my
just
God!
not
Shut
that
your
great.
mouth! You're killing me right now.
Spider-Man.
They're not, though.
You're killing me right now.
X-Men is not a
not
good
a
game.
It is.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It sounds great.
Listen, I
But
get
it's not
that.
good.
But when you're 10 years old
Yeah.
and you are in the arcade underneath Fenway Park,
Yes.
and you're done bowling, and your mom gives you the dollar bill that you put into the machine, which then gives you 4 quarters, and you get to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, for a solid 15 minutes. Forget bowling. Forget everything else. That 15 minutes is what sticks with you forever.
Totally. I would never disagree with that. And like the same thing with The Simpsons. Like all of a sudden, like you have $3 in court.
Also, not that great.
None of those Konami beat 'em ups are great. And like the Capcom ones, meanwhile, you can still pick up and play.
Oh, like Captain Commando
Final Fight,
or
Dungeons and Dragons.
and the I think they were Data East, like the Avengers.
The Avengers is great.
That one's actually not that bad. And the Spider-Man arcade
That's
game
by
is pretty good.
Sega, and that is a really cool, weird game. Alexander, did you ever play that? The Spider-Man arcade game? That's a beat 'em up like this?
I remember. I oddly enough sort of remember the Avengers one, but my favorite beat 'em up in the arcade was Combat Tribes.
Combat Tribes! Hell yeah!
Where
God, that was a weird one.
You could grab a dude and spin him around and throw him into other dudes. That was the best.
Yeah, that is, and that's Combat Tribes is a Data East. That's one of the Data East ones.
My local arcade was called Funhouse. Actually, I don't know if it still exists, but way back when they had this huge machine that was, designed to let you put like all kinds of different games in it, but it had a giant screen, and they put Captain Commando on there. And God, playing that game was just like, it seemed impossible that there was a video game this good. And God, it was so much fun.
Alexander, this Spider-Man beat 'em up that we were just talking about, let me just like, this is worth describing because of how strange it is still. Is one, like, first of all, it's 4 players. It could be Spider-Man, the Black Cat, Namor, or Hawkeye, which is a bizarre lineup in and of itself. And so most of the time it looks like this, where like you're on a plane and like very big sprites beating people up, but then you would get to like a construction site and the view would zoom all the way out.
And it would really zoom like pixelized like Super Nintendo style.
And your character would all of a sudden just be on a straight up 2D plane and like be like really miniature, like super 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 tiny, and it would become like a scrolling elevator action shooter. And then it would like shift back and forth between that, and it was just so weird, so strange.
Shell shock.
We're gonna take a quick half-minute break. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Oh, Shredder! Oh man, everyone gets to miss Shredder taking April O'Neil away from me.
How dare he?
Come on after that, Shredder creep. Come on after that.
I think my absolute favorite Turtles one though is Turtles in Time.
Uh-huh.
That's so good.
Yeah, that one is
Oh, yeah.
super good.
King 9999 in the chat brought up my favorite Turtles game, which is the NES only beat 'em up that came between arcade and Turtles in Time, called the Manhattan Project.
Manhattan Project.
I barely remember
Manhattan
remember.
Project.
Let's watch me fall down this manhole. Who put the lights out?
And as Cirrus 654 notes, the remake of Turtles in Time is not great. Not a game to play. I don't think you can get it anymore. They removed it from Xbox Live, I think.
Yeah, well, Konami lost the license. It went to Ubisoft.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I know Ubisoft got it, and I think maybe even they put it out for a while or something. Yeah, but the reshell.
There is a super cool Game Boy Advance 2D Turtles beat 'em up, just called TMNT for Game Boy Advance, and that's made by Jean-Francois and those guys who made Mercenary Kings.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very, very cool little game.
Which is also known as the a lot of people buy
Right,
Scott
exactly.
Pilgrim.
Yeah,
I rather
same
enjoy Mercenary
heritage.
Kings.
Very much the same heritage.
Mercenary.
Man, like later this summer, okay, so everybody, full disclosure, in a couple of weeks on Joystiq streams, we're going to be streaming all week, every day. And because it is the dry bones land of no new releases, we are going to play purely strange things. And that's why I think Mario Paint will be a nice selection for that
That's a
period.
necessity now at this point. Now
Yeah, so again, any of you folks here in the chat right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because it's going to get weird.
It's gonna get weird.
It's gonna get weird from here on out, because Joystiq streams not so much just a Tuesday, Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern thing anymore. It's a, you know what? There is literally nothing going on.
Yeah, and it's nice to have a little notification to be like, oh, hey, look, they're streaming some strange game. Yeah. They're streaming Clock Tower. Okay.
Let's just put across the top of the page the Joystiq streams one crazy summer.
Yeah.
And we'll Photoshop Alexander's face onto the poster.
Now that I said that, can
Could
we
be
stream
Joystiq's
Clock
Wet Hot
Tower?
American
Can
Summer?
we do that?
Alright, do you want to stream the PlayStation 1 Clock Tower or the original Super Nintendo Clock Tower?
I think probably the PS1.
Yeah, because it has the best character models
But now that
ever.
I'm thinking about it, I would almost rather stream Alone in the Dark, the first one.
Yeah! Yes! That is a great idea.
Hey, is it getting about time to switch again?
Yeah. Let's bring out Little Nemo.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna let,
Oh my god!
No, this is
Fancy Cat 2008. What about LSD for PlayStation? Now that is a deep cut. Nicely done.
This is Bebop,
Yeah, this is
right?
Bebop.
The
Yeah,
pig
that's
is Bebop. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna let him kill me. I gotta go get this out of my
Wait, why is
collection.
Koyak
Hold on.
asking subscribe ? You subscribe on Twitch?
I think maybe it says follow.
Oh, follow. Oh.
It should be subscribe.
Receive notifications when the Joystiq streams go live.
Yeah,
there
sure.
we go.
You know what? Wait, so what got me down this road is we were talking. Richard mentioned the Scott Pilgrim game. We should do that one too, because I love the Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up.
Is that available on PC? Because then we could definitely do that.
Well, we can do it. It's PlayStation 3, and now you can actually play it online. Like they patched in online play like last year, finally, after forever. But I would play it. Yeah,
Wow, no, Scott Pilgrim is not available on PC.
Yeah, I think it's only Xbox and PlayStation 3.
That's so weird.
Did you? Well, that might be tough for you, Alexander. You already packed up your PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, right? They're out of the entertainment center.
Yeah, they're gone. The PlayStation 3 was donated to my mother so she could play her Final Fantasies.
Your mom likes Final Fantasy?
My mom is way into Final Fantasy.
Wow.
So usually when the generation moves on, I give that stuff to her so she can do that. PlayStation 3 gone. Xbox 360 is still hooked up, but only because of HBO Go.
Oh.
which I think is available now on Xbox One, but I just want to go. I just don't want to go through all that.
So, I can't find Little Nemo. I'm kind of distressed about this.
Oh no.
I did just discover, apparently, I also have the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for Nintendo, which is not great. If you wanted to throw a weird one out there, I would opt for...
what do you got?
One. I have... Here, let me full screen this sucker. I've got Low G-Man.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Which is a really bizarre game that sort of played with the idea of, like, why is it that you can only jump so high in games? Let's let you jump as high as you want forever. I'm really bummed that I don't have Little Nemo, so I guess that defaults us to Batman now?
Well, whatever we choose, it's the last game, I believe. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, all right. So let's put it in the room.
Does that mean it's the end of the Joystiq Independence Day Jubilee?
Actually, no, because I know that Zav wants to stream Splinter Cell.
That's right. We're gonna keep it going
for freedom.
So we're gonna get one extra freedom.
All right, gang.
We're gonna have.
Come on, get it together. Low G-Man or Batman?
Batman.
Low G-Man. Batman. Batman. Batman.
Okay. Sirius likes the Batman music, so let's go with Batman.
Immediately after Richard wraps up the NES extravaganza, we are going to have a Canadian playing Splinter Cell Blacklist, wherein he is an American fighting for freedom.
Yep. Correct. That's just how this works.
God, look at them graphics.
We are a melting pot of streams.
And if you guys didn't know, if you platinum Splinter Cell Blacklist and you're Canadian, you get a green card. You get citizen.
It's the platinum reward.
It's the platinum reward. That's right. All right. So speaking of the 1989 Batman film starring Michael Keaton,
by the way, best Batmobile.
Definitely the best Batmobile. The most phallic Batmobile and the best Batmobile.
Oh wow, this attempt at making transparent graphics by making them flash really quickly does not work well on modern HD TVs.
Richard, he is the knight in parentheses.
Look at that. That's a photograph. Like that they took and 8-bitterized. Okay. Let's play this game. Fact about Batman, the video game for the NES. Hard as hell. It's so
super
hard. I don't think I've ever beaten this.
I've never gotten past. It's either the third or the fourth stage, and like I could not beat it. King 9,999. Yeah, GI Joe. Those GI Joe NES games are definitely worth playing, and it's a shame that we don't have them.
Actually, Anthony, do you have a goodie if I ask a trivia question?
Yeah, we definitely have goodies.
You have a goodie? Okay, here's my trivia question. What is the Nintendo Power cover that had pretty much the longest period between the cover reveal and the game actually coming out?
Oh,
I bet I know. I have a theory.
So again, it's the Nintendo Power cover, and again, there might be a couple of them, but this is the one that stands out as being the one that was on the cover of Nintendo Power, but then just forever.
I'm very excited about this. The one, is it an NES game?
Yes.
All right, it's an NES game. The one
Probably
that immediately popped in my head was Super Nintendo, because Street Fighter 2 was on the cover like 7 or 8 months before it came out.
See, I was thinking it was Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah,
because it was delayed so many times. Oh no, flamethrower,
all right,
guys!
MV Zelda 2 was on the cover, but the reason it was so hard to find was there was actual shortages of the components to make it. So it was out, Alexander, I'm fascinated to hear what the answer to this is.
See, now I'm terrified that I completely got it wrong because there's some
Jackal.
Oh.
Jackal was never on the cover.
That game was fun. Jackal was good. Guerrilla War. God, I wish I had that. God, what's more American?
Okay,
than that?
okay, let's change it. Let's change it. Oh no, wait. However, the issue is notorious for the fact that the game was not released until 6 months after the issue was released. Okay, no, I got it right. According to Wikipedia, I got it right. So I'm still waiting.
Is anyone close, Alexander?
Hold on, I'm checking. No.
Screw you, Mothman!
I will help you out with another one. It is a licensed game, but of course they could not use the images of the actors.
Felix the Cat.
Okay.
Felix the Cat weirdly did get a cover. And that is a good
Oh,
NES
no!
game.
Come at me, bro!
Tetris. There is some good stuff in here, but the Super Mario Brothers 2 cover was the first cover, and wasn't the game already out by that point?
It was. It had been out. Well, I mean, there were covers before that, but that was when it was still the Nintendo Fun Club.
Oh, stop.
What?
I specifically said Nintendo Power. Don't come at me with your stupid Nintendo Fun Club stuff. That's like me talking about Sega Visions, okay? I'm not doing that.
Alexander, let me ask you something. Did you just, like, start getting Sega Visions one day and not know how or why? Me too.
They all knew who had a Master System. Like...
Because there were 10 of us
There
in
were
the country.
10 of you.
Well, I got it through the Genesis, and I really enjoyed that magazine, actually, but it was like... That was the thing. It was like, it just started showing up one day, and I didn't know why. I probably registered one of the cards, you know, that came with the games. Because they used to do that.
Was Iron Sword on the cover of Nintendo Power? I don't think it was. Wizards and Warriors 2 with Fabio.
I'm surprised it's taking this long. I figured this one would be a quick one. So again, it's a game that was notorious for being on the cover of Nintendo Power, but then not being released until way after. And the extra hint that I gave is that it was a licensed game, but the actors were not in there.
Wait,
the actors' images.
Snipe Hockey, is there a Beetlejuice NES game? Does that exist?
That sounds...
It's an NES.
Actually, I'm pretty sure
NES.
It is definitely an NES game.
It's Batman.
Is it Batman?
It's Batman.
Yes, the actors could not appear for DuckTales.
A licensed game, huh?
Okay. Let me give
Oh no.
Okay, here's my next hint. Why a spoon, cousin? Because it's dull. It'll hurt more.
Oh, Duncan can't see. You can't use Duncan because Duncan cannot see. That is what the game really says.
Hold on. I'm sure someone's got to get it now.
0654. There it is.
It was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
It was nude Kevin Costner, everybody. Nude Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, not able to do a British accent.
I love how many times he tries and then stops trying.
I'm better at this game
which also starred Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, which many of you may know from the James Cameron classic, The Abyss.
Yeah. She makes out with Ed Harris in that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that making out with Ed Harris is where it's at. I don't know if that's where it's at.
Can I not destroy this thing?
And he drowns you in oxygen water.
Cirrus, I'm gonna be direct messaging you a little itty bitty Steam code here. For a little something. Something.
One thing I've noticed that I'm enjoying in this game is that you have all these different weapons you can use, like batarangs, although they actually come back to you, and some kind of shuriken thing, and some kind of gun that just shoots little rockets. But to punch, so I can select the boomerang shape, or the gun shape, or the shuriken shape, or I can just select Batman, which is me punching stuff. It's like the weapon you've selected is Batman.
Yes,
Ultimate
King.
weapon.
Alan Rickman was in that. He was the sheriff. Also,
Yes,
Sir
he was.
Patrick Stewart was in that. No, that's wrong.
No, that's Men in
that's Men in
Tights.
Tights.
Thinking of Sean Connery.
I was gonna say, was he in both
Thinking
of them?
of Sean Connery. Very different.
Sean Connery.
You're the man now, dog. I am Batman.
Yeah, why wasn't
am
Sean
the light.
Connery cast as Robin? Holy rusting metal, Batman!
Punch the bad guys, Batman! You're the man now, Bruce! I like that when Batman dies, he
Into a
explodes
bat.
into like bat fire.
How much do you think he
Yeah.
had to pay to get that technology? Right.
I'm gonna go out and
I
stop.
die.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the NES Extravaganza.
No! Should we do the NES Extravaganza again? We really should.
Yeah, we really should.
I would love to. I know Mike's got some NES games he wanted to play. We wanted to do what was it? The
Super
Spike
Spike volleyball.
Super Spike
oh
volleyball.
man, I all over that. I've beaten that, like the international cup part of that a couple times. It's tough. It gets real hard near the end. I love that game so much. So yeah, maybe sometime.
Oh.
Well, guys. Oh man, that was a nice pit stain y'all got to see. It's hot up here. Everyone. Martin! Damn, Gino! Alright, everyone enjoy the show. I guess Zab's gonna play some Splinter
Yeah.
Cell or something.
Sounds like we're
So
probably moving
watch-
to that. That's
Yeah.
I believe that's our
watch someone
direction.
snapping
Well,
some
thank
NES.
you so much for joining us on the
Okay.
Joystiq Independence Day Jubilee. We will conclude this day of fundament with a Canadian
Yeah.
playing for freedom.
With 6 hours of Splinter Cell.
Right. The guy who left behind free healthcare to come to America.
It really does say a lot.
It says everything.
Says everything.
To Los Angeles.
God,
At that,
We
how is
question
that
all
Los
his
Angeles
decisions.
preferable? Ugh. All right, everybody.
All right, hey buddy.
Stay with
Bye-bye.
us.
Don't forget, Sunsoft used to exist.